the Oklahoman newsroom, this is an OU update. I'm Jenny Carlson here with OU beat writer Brooke Pryor. Brooke, the NFL draft is finally upon us. Seems like it's been a minute that we've been talking about this draft process. Thursday starts the first round, one round on Thursday, a couple rounds Friday, and then the rest of it on Saturday. And we expect at least one Sooner to go on the first day, on Thursday, that being Baker Mayfield. And it sounds like, you know, in some mock drafts he continues to percolate up. Others, you know, it just depends. But it sounds like he's going in the first round regardless.
Yeah, no kidding. And I think the lowest I've seen him recently is Mel Kiper Jr. had him at 11 going to the Dolphins. But something tells me he's not going to be around at 11, barring some crazy draft day slide. But right now, I think most projections have him at 5 to the Broncos or 3 to the Jets. But then just this morning, there's a report from Adam Schefter that John Dorsey at the Browns is considering him at number 1, that the Browns, you know, may not have made up their decision at who they're taking at number 1, but Baker Mayfield has definitely been in that conversation. And that's, you know, I wouldn't call it surprising, but it's definitely not where things were a week or two ago when he was trending between the 3rd and the 5th pick. You know, a couple days ago, John Dorsey said in a press conference that Baker Mayfield was a pleasant fellow, which is my new favorite description for Baker Mayfield. But, you know, the Browns like him, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's taken number 1. That kind of seems to be the way that it's trending right now.
Is he a good fit for the Browns? I mean, the Browns have been sort of a quarterback graveyard in a lot of ways. Guys have gone there and just it's not worked out. But do you think he could fit with the Browns organization?
You know, I think so, and I also think that the Browns are at this point that they're going to build around whoever their quarterback is. It kind of seems like that's what they've been doing the last couple years. I think that he would be a good fit there. I you know, kind of hesitate to. I think that he would be a better fit other places. As far as the market goes, I don't know that Cleveland is where he wants to start out. You know, I'm sure he likes the notoriety that comes with being the number 1 overall pick, but when you also look at the track record and, like you said, the quarterback graveyard that it's been for these Cleveland quarterbacks, is Baker Mayfield going to be the one to break the mold? You know, he's been trying to break these Johnny Manziel comparisons, and they're going to be even stronger if he goes to Cleveland. So I think for Baker Mayfield's personal well-being, he does not need to go number 1.
And Johnny Manziel taken by the Browns, obviously, so you'd have that obvious comparison there. Lastly, you mentioned Baker Mayfield, you know, the attention. He's been doing this mini-series or documentary or mini-documentary, I don't know. It's coming out in waves, though. What have you learned watching some of these early episodes of Baker Mayfield as cameras follow him around this draft process?
So yeah, since last week there's been an episode a day released beginning Friday. These episodes were between 8 and 10 minutes, and they kind of give everyone a behind-the-scenes look about what he's been doing since losing the Rose Bowl. And I think the interesting thing is that in the first couple episodes you have his mom, his dad, Lincoln Riley, all expressing a little bit of doubt and disbelief in Baker's decision to stay in LA after the Rose Bowl and to continue training in LA, which I think is something that a lot of people kind of questioned a little bit. And so, you know, props to this documentary for addressing that. I also think that it gives you a behind-the-scenes look in how the sausage is made as far as how these guys are getting groomed for the draft, and not just in the football aspect, because we know that they're going to go out and they're going to train and they're going to be running sprints in the sand and all this stuff. But then when you see the stuff about, you know, formulating a logo or, you know, complaining about having to go to the Davey O'Brien ceremony because it's not at, you know, a convenient time, those things are maybe better left unsaid. If you're trying to break comparisons or trying to break this bad boy image, this unconventional quarterback image, then by portraying yourself in this way of being concerned about image and thinking that, you know, it's a hassle to have to go to this quarterback gala in your honor, that's not going to do you a whole lot of favors, but clearly not affecting his draft stock if the Browns are talking about him at number 1.
Yeah, and by the way, he invited these cameras to follow him, so anything that's shown on this, I mean, he basically invited it, right?
Exactly. I think this documentary feels different than some of the other ones that are produced by ESPN or NFL Network. I mean, this feels like a purely Baker Mayfield production, you know, kind of spearheaded by his advertising people at Waterhouse Hayes is, you know, hey, this is a good opportunity for you. And he's being followed around by cameras, like you said, 24/7. And I think that there's some things that are better left unsaid, but by inviting these cameras in, he puts it all out. And I don't know that it's been painting him in the best light.
All right, we'll see how it goes Thursday night. Again, first round of the draft Thursday night from down in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. It's down at Jerry World, so we'll have a lot of excitement, I'm sure, with that happening. But we'll have all your coverage leading up to and following the draft, so be sure to stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoman.